Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. How is everybody doing? Today I want to talk about a lot of different things, some political, some TV stuff. Well, not TV, but my reality TV nonsense and all of the above. So I'm gonna start off with Trayvon Martin. So the African American community and a lot of people are, well, especially African American community, are up at arms because George Zimmerman walked free. Um, we got to think of everything as a whole. In Florida, this is a place where the white man consistently wins. It's how President Bush won his election. Casey Anderson walks free. Now George Zimmerman. A number of Caucasian Americans are walking free or have advantages in this state. And we need to look at that as a whole. And then another thing we need to look at is justice ever really going to be served for George Zimmerman? Even if he would have went to jail, I mean, is that justice? He would have been in protective custody because his case was so publicized. Things like that. You know, just because you're in jail doesn't mean justice is going to be served. Another thing is, 6 hours before they read the verdicts, if you guys were reading or watching CNN or any news, they said they were going to beef up security. That was like the dead giveaway, in my opinion, that George Zimmerman was going to be proven not guilty for these charges. On top of that, George Zimmerman, his father's the Supreme Justice for that state. He had a lot of things in his favor as far as winning this case. And no, that doesn't make this right at all. I feel like justice wasn't served at all, but I don't know what justice actually would be for George Zimmerman. Like, that is a question that, I have to ask myself. Would I have liked him to be in jail for murdering this kid? Absolutely. But do I think that that's necessarily justice? Probably not. They say it was self-defense. When I hear the story, I feel like, George Zimmerman apprehended this young man. The young man could fight, so, he beat him up a little bit. George Zimmerman, his pride kicked in and he shot him. I mean, that's just exactly how the case reads to me. The cops told him to stand by. What if Trayvon Martin wasn't killed right now? What if he was seriously injured? How would this case have been then? What if he was paralyzed for life instead of killed? But, the facts are Trayvon Martin is gone. His family, I don't know how they feel about, justice being served. It hurts. A lot of people were blacking out their Facebook pages, their Instagram pages. I blacked out my Facebook page, and my reasoning was, to me, you stand up for what is right even if you're standing alone. And my fifth grade teacher taught me that over a decade ago. You got to stand up for what you believe is right. Number one, you. And no, I'm not a follower, but I felt like it was right to do that because that family needs support. Trayvon Martin needs support, even though he's not with us. One person can do a lot. One added extra person. So that's the Trayvon Martin stuff. Like, I don't really, a lot of people up at arms about it. It was, some white people, some black people that, yeah, justice was served. He's out of jail. He didn't do anything. Trayvon Martin's the bad guy. There's some white people, and, well, I've seen a lot of white people and a lot of black people that are like, justice wasn't served for this young man. I know in Philly they did a rally the next day, but, you can't get that life back. And that's, what I feel bad for the most for Trayvon Martin is that his life can't, his parents aren't going to see him again. He'd have been 18 this year, going off to college or working or doing whatever. He'd have been graduating high school. He's not going to be there for them to do that. That celebration isn't going to happen. This is a senseless act of violence. But, you got to look at things with the African American community. If this was two black people, it had just been swept under the rug. If this was two white people, it probably would have been swept under the rug. Not swept under the rug, but not publicized. The bottom line is this pretty much turned into a race case because George Zimmerman was white and Trayvon Martin was black and 17 years old. So this is the events that took place. These are the things that happened. We live in America, and people, they don't get it. Like, to me, we're always going to be African American people are always going to be, you know, be degraded, looked at as below the normal person. But these are things that we help have provide that image, killing each other, doing a lot of stupid shit. But, we as a people need to rise above that. Like, that's just as simple as that. Like, we have to rise above the nonsense. We need to stand as one united front. George Zimmerman won mainly because he's a united front. These Caucasians or white people, they come and they support each other. You know, they had a fund for him for his defense. Like, they stand as a united front. And that's what we need to start doing as a people. On a lighter note, let's talk about reality TV. So Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It's becoming a snoozer, like a real live snoozer. I'm like, oh, you guys like my blue lipstick? This is the Obsessive Compulsive RX. But anyway, I'm just not really into it. If you take Kurt back, you tripping. Her mom, I feel like Rashida's mom does overstep her boundaries, but she's hurt too in all this. But she does overstep her boundaries, and she needs to stop running to her mom. But Kurt, I don't know if I would take Kurt back, because I feel like this cheating thing is an ongoing thing. There's some things that's being left unsaid, and he just treated you real dirty. It was disgusting. But who knows what's going to happen with that? Wish Mahone board Stevie J an engagement ring. Stevie J is not ready for marriage. I don't know if he's ever going to be ready for marriage. Like, that's something you just got to take one step at a time. Mimi, I don't know what's going on with Mimi. She's still whack to me, but that's just me, kids. I'm preparing for my fashion show and a fashion show I'm doing on Sunday. I'm just all over the place, but it's nothing really popping on reality TV. They are doing a R&B Divas LA, I heard, blah. I don't really like R&B Divas. It's boring to me. I watched a little bit of, what is that? Ex Hollywood Wives. Like, that show was ass to me too. Like, I need something new and fresh to come on. Like, everything is beginning to plateau out. I'm losing my interest. Nothing really is happening on Love and Hip Hop. I'm happy that Crazy K Michelle made up with all her friends. But guys, do you not love K Michelle song VSOP? I love it. I mean, it's a little strong, but I love it. I like K Michelle and all her ratchetness. Jocelyn, you arguing with old ass? They always arguing with their old lady with the lopsided breasts and butt. Can't think, y'all know her name. Carly Red. They always arguing with her crazy, so Carly Red is crazy. And they don't know. She going to snap on y'all. Y'all know she Jamaican. Jamaicans is crazy. But, as far as everything else, it's a wrap for this video. Live your life. Do what you got to do. Fashion is life. And live your dreams. And stand up for what is right. Live your dreams out every day because they're yours. They're the only thing that you have that is yours that you can make into something golden. Love everybody. Thanks for watching.